up, y'all? This is Jordy Angela here, and listen, I am so excited for this interview. How you doing today?
I'm all right.
Are you from where are you from? Like where are you based now? I guess.
In Brooklyn.
Okay, so I've never been to Newark before.
Okay.
It's rough out here.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
had no idea. Everybody was like, "Dang, we didn't know it was as bad." It's crazy.
Nah, yeah,
out
Newark
here.
is different.
Yeah, so we're like, I'm out here for the big three. He's literally finna come to the big three after this interview. So let's get right into it. So, let's just start from like the very beginning. When did like the world learn about you?
Freshman year, high school, like, cause I wasn't when I was in Atlantic City where I was born. I really didn't play basketball out there. You know what I'm saying? We played just like rec ball, stuff like that, but I wasn't on a team or nothing like that. But once I moved to New York, people was starting to talk about like AAU and all of this, and I just started playing AAU, and Mr. Green, God bless his soul, that was my first coach. He got me a scholarship to go to LaSalle Academy, and it started from being at LaSalle Academy.
So, at what point did like the fame come, and like at what point did you become like ranked like nationwide?
My sophomore junior year.
Sheesh.
So like I wasn't ranked at all. And
Oh, wow.
like I said, once I started playing at LaSalle, we started playing against schools that was ranked and other players that was ranked, like Christ the King. They had Omar Cook, Zach Randolph. We had Rice. They had Andre Barrett, Kyle Cuff. Was playing against St. Raymond's, who had Julius Hodge. So once I started playing against those guys that was already nationally ranked, I went from being unranked and then ranked in New York City and then to being ranked in the nation.
So how did you do against those guys that were like ranked above you?
I bust their ass. But nah, those guys, they set the tone for me. They showed me what like AAU was about and taught me about the rankings and all of that stuff. So, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate those guys.
Got you. So the way I learned about you was the guy that was better than LeBron in high school. Like, that's how I learned about you. So, like, where is that true? Were you actually, like, better than LeBron in high school?
I was at one point, yeah,
Wow.
for sure.
So, like, what happened? Like, when did y'all, like, face off, like, the first time?
The first time we played against each other was at ABCD camp, which was held right in Jersey at Fairleigh Dickinson University. I didn't know who he was. He came in the camp with a chip on his shoulder. A lot of people didn't know who he was at the time, you know what I'm saying? And I ran out of gas in the second half. I did my thing in the first half, and his career took off from there.
So is it true that, like, you were drunk or, like, high like the night before?
Yeah. Like, I used to party every night, so... but yeah, those is things that like I share my story now because those is things that take a toll on you at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? So, me partying and hanging out and drinking and all of that, it affected me the next morning.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's true.
Wow. So, like, you were in that state, like, because I've been drunk.
Yeah.
It's not fun. Waking up the next day is not fun. So, like, my question is, like, how you gave LeBron, I think you had like 11, like, in like the first half?
First half.
So, like, how? And then, like, what was, like, the second half? Like, you said you ran out of gas, but, like, what you finished
I was
with?
drained, like,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? I finished with 11. I
Right.
ran out of gas in the second half. I ain't have no energy. I was burnt out, cramping up, because I was dehydrated from drinking and shit like that.
You ain't do no, like nowadays the players, like my boyfriend, he hoop.
Okay.
And so they gave him like the secret. The secret is now they like get like IVs now.
Yeah, we didn't have all of that shit back then. Like, you know what I'm saying?
So you had to just suffer.
drink some water and get it together.
That's funny. So, was there like a conversation with you and him after the game, or like was there ever?
Yeah. I mean,
so how was that?
You know what I'm saying?
'Cause y'all
after
were
the
like-
game, it was so crazy because him hitting that game-winning shot really took him over the edge. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
if he would have missed that shot, who knows how things would have been. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, when we talked after the game, I'm like, damn, bro, you gotta keep doing what you're doing. You know what I mean? That was a hell of a shot. You know what I'm saying? And we just dapped each other up and went our separate ways.
Yeah. So did y'all ever like, develop like a friendship at all?
Nah, we
Yeah.
never had like no bond or nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like me and Carmelo got a bond. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? So like, nah, it's never been. You know what I mean? He always on that side of the
On you-
world.
you on
You
the
know what I
other
mean?
side.
So it's like, you know what I'm saying? So I mean, we ran into each other a couple of times. It's always been genuine love. Like, you know what I mean? What's up? How you doing? You know what I mean? But other than that, like, I'm texting you. Nah.
Yeah. So fast forward a little bit. You've played against let's focus on the ABCD camp for a little sec. Kobe was there, right?
Yeah.
And he spoke to y'all. Like, what was that like speech? What was that speech like?
I mean, it was different, like, because I knew that Kobe was speaking directly to me at that time because I was the number one player in the camp. I was the best player in the camp. And everything that he was speaking about, it was just like, yo, you doing all of the wrong things. So I knew he was talking directly to me, which, I mean, he was talking to other kids, but he had me front row for a reason.
Oh, okay.
So it was like, yo, you doing all of these things and basically messing up your opportunity. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't recognize what he was saying until later on once it was over. You know what I'm saying? So me being big-headed, having an ego and all that shit, you know what I'm saying? I really didn't pay no attention until later.
Yeah. So I guess my question is, because Kobe was big at that time.
Yeah.
Like he was one of the ones by that time.
Yeah.
So like normally, when someone of that stature talks to you, someone at some point, you're like, okay, it's Kobe talking to me.
Yeah.
It's not my mom or like my grandma or the guy down the street. So it's just like, what made you not kind of like it? What made it not resonate still?
I mean, it did a little bit because I bought in once he came to my game and watched me play. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, damn, this shit is real. Like Kobe sitting at the table watching my game. You know what I mean? So, I mean, it did resonate a little bit.
Yeah.
But I was still like, I'm me. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? And nobody's gonna change that.
Yeah, I'm Lenny, he Kobe. So he need to stay in his lane. So, I guess what like happened, to go from ranked higher than a lot of guys that were in that draft to, not getting like picked up. I know this could be a little sensitive. I'm not sure.
Not
if it
no
is or
more.
not. Yeah.
It used to be, but
So,
like it was me.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was my mistakes, my decision making. People don't want to take a chance. Like, this is a business first, you know what I'm saying? And I didn't know the business aspect of it, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm partying, hanging out every night. I'm turning down workouts. Like,
Oh wow.
so it was
From
like
NBA teams.
yeah, so it's like I'm not knowing, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And that's what really basically, like, made me go undrafted, you know what I'm saying? Just decision making.
Was there like a specific team that you were like looking at to get drafted by?
Nah, I
Or-
mean, my representation at the time was just telling me like I was top 15, you know what I'm saying? So it didn't really matter who, as long as I was a lottery pick, you know what I'm saying? So, like, when the Sixers called me for a workout, I didn't go. There's a couple teams, but they wasn't teams that was in the top 15 for picks at that time, you know what I'm
Got
saying?
you.
So I was like, no, I'm not going. But at the same time, this dude was lying, so shit didn't work out that way.
When you say he was lying, what do you mean?
I mean, just telling me like what teams is looking forward to picking me and what pick I'm gonna go and shit like that.
Wow. So like, why do you think that was? Like, what do you think? Like, I guess.
I mean,
like,
it was just the hype. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like, I mean, I had the talent.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I just was making the wrong decisions.
Yeah. So when you look at like today's generation and you like specifically John Morant and you look at, everything that's like transpired with him, from, him pretty much like being suspended, for like the gun situation. How do you like feel about that? Like, what's like a message like you can send to him like directly? Because it kind of seems like you kind of went through, like a similar situation, but
Yeah.
you didn't get like the same grace.
I
And
mean,
so,
I reached out to his people a couple times just to have a sit down and talk with him. You know what I'm saying? Because he was throwing it away. You know what I'm saying? All the talent, and then you don't want to be used as an example. You know what I'm saying? Like, you are an impact on the culture now. Like, kids look up to you, bro. So those things that you was doing, like, if you hanging with the wrong crowd, you got the wrong people around you.
Yeah. Were you able to have like a
I
conversation?
didn't. I didn't have a conversation with him. He was just actually just in Brooklyn last week at Gersh. That's when I got to see him. But during that time, I didn't get the chance to speak with him while he was going through all of that.
And he was like receptive
Yeah,
towards
yeah,
it.
for
That's
sure.
good. That's good. Well, I'm definitely looking forward to him coming back. 'Cause I do
Facts.
feel he's nice
He's
for
one
sure.
of those
So
ones.
yeah. So like in like today's game, like, is there like a specific like player that reminds you of you?
Yeah, LeBron James. Yeah, for sure.
So y'all are like similar because I know you were a big like point guard.
Yeah.
So like, do you feel?
He just took it to another level. That's all.
Do you think like he got, I mean, LeBron was LeBron,
Yeah, for
obviously
sure.
when he was in high school, but like,
Yeah.
do you feel like he maybe took anything from your game at all?
Absolutely. Everybody does. But, you know what I mean? One thing that you can't teach is heart. You know what I'm saying? And I always been a dog. I just feel like he's not a dog. He don't want the ball at the end of the game. Like, you know what I mean? He don't want to be judged for making the wrong play. I don't care about making the wrong play.
What makes you say that?
I mean, I just watching him in the finals.
Oh,
you know what I'm
yeah.
saying? So big decisions he turned down. I mean, I just feel like he don't want to be judged. And who cares, bro? You're LeBron.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? Whether you make it or miss that shot.
Yeah, because Kobe taking them all.
Kobe's taking it. And Lenny is too.
Have you seen like the picture when he was? I think he's playing like Chicago, and it was like 6 guys
Yeah,
on
all
him.
the-
He still shot the ball. That's crazy. Like you said, you can't teach that.
Nah, you can't.
And like Russell Westbrook, he's like literally hands down my favorite player all time.
Yeah.
Because I love like how he plays like hunger.
Heart.
He got
Yeah,
heart.
yeah, for
He-
sure.
he's confident. You can't. And people say like, oh, he got like low IQ. And I was like, I don't think Russ has low IQ. I think what it is that he believes in himself so much that he's going to take that shot, whether it's a bad shot or not.
That's a
and,
fact.
Kobe got away with that because he was just so great.
Yeah.
But I think, guys like Russ is just like who is great, but he's not he's not a
Kobe.
Kobe.
Yeah.
It's like, he get away with stuff like that. So, and he's won championships, so you
Yeah.
can't argue with that. But yeah, so like, what was your thoughts on like that situation when Russ was there on the Lakers?
I mean, I thought it was a good fit. You know
You
what
think
I'm
so?
saying? I thought it was a good fit, but they just didn't mesh. The chemistry won't right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got all them great players together. There's no way you shouldn't have great chemistry, but egos get in the way. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I think destroyed the team.
I agree. So your guy LeBron, him and his son are about to play together.
Facts.
And I have a question, because I'm hearing like 2 arguments on both sides. One side is like, oh, that's fire, and they're talking about, it is nepotism, but it's black nepotism, and like it doesn't happen a lot, and so when it can happen, like let it happen.
Yeah.
And on the other side, it's like there's, because people feel like he's not as good as a normal prospect would be, and the only reason why he's in the league is because of LeBron. And so he hasn't really earned his spot like that for real. And so they're like, oh, well, he's taking food out of somebody else's mouth, or a family's life could be changed off of this contract, but it's not because they gave a spot to him. How do you feel about that?
I mean, first off, I feel like it's a great thing because that always been my dream. You know what I mean? I had my son at an early age, so I just knew I was going to the NBA and my son was going to go to the NBA and I was going to play with him. So that was my dream way before this happening. You know what I'm saying? And my shit didn't happen, but to see Bron be able to change the narrative of that, man, it ain't my fault. You know what I'm saying? Like, that, if you're a dad, that's what you're going to do. You know what I mean? These team owners, they put their sons and daughters in position. You know what I'm saying? So why can't he? Why? Because he black?
Right.
Nah, that's corny.
Yeah, I agree 100%. How old are you?
21.
Oh my gosh. How you're 41?
Yeah.
LeBron's 39.
Yeah.
So you're 2 years older than LeBron. Who's
A
winning like
year.
1 year?
1 year.
So it's one of those. Okay,
Yeah.
got you. Who's winning like one-on-one in 2024?
LeBron.
Oh, so you can admit that.
Yeah, for sure.
Are you like in shape?
No.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. I mean, you know. I didn't know.
No.
But okay, cool. Okay. So, like, who's your GOAT?
LeBron.
Okay, so That's interesting. So I
mean,
guess
it's just because I watched it for 21 years,
Yeah.
and I've been there.
so.
Like, it took me a long time to say that.
Yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
saying? But, like, before that, it was Mike, Kobe. Like, you
Okay.
know what I'm saying? Generations, you know what I'm saying? But I watched his whole career.
So what do you think like separates LeBron? Because number one, Michael Jordan's Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
Kobe was Kobe. They both had heart.
Yeah.
They both weren't taking.
I mean, I don't I don't have the GOAT thing for real.
Oh,
for
okay,
real.
okay,
Like,
okay.
you know what I'm saying? All
It's
of those
just-
guys
yeah.
was great in their era. Just LeBron had the chance to play in all eras.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, in all generations. Like,
Yeah.
all three of them is great in their own way.
Right,
You know what I'm
right.
saying?
So, looking in like today's generation, in like the social media era,
Mm-hmm.
how do you feel? Do you feel like your life and like your basketball career would have panned out differently had you played in the social media
Hell
era?
yeah, I'd be still in the NBA right now.
Is that okay? So
For
why
sure.
is that?
Because social media, like, all you need is a 1 minute video.
Right.
Like, you know what I
And
mean?
you in
With
there.
some music. You know what I'm saying? And all your made shots.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, nah, like, I didn't have social media. Like, my thing was we wanted to be in the newspaper, the Daily News, New York Times. Like, you know what I'm saying? That was our social media. You wanted to get in Slam. You wanted to get in Street and Smith, those magazines. But, yeah, social media is the way now. It's marketing.
Yeah. So rewinding like a little bit back to after like everything happened like with the NBA and stuff like that. Did people like switch up after everything?
Hell yeah, a lot of people. A lot of family members too.
Wow.
Like, you know what I'm saying? But that's the choices that I made. Like, you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? It was different.
Yeah.
A lot of people fell back. Everybody was riding the, you know what I mean? Riding the wave. They thought I was going to be a NBA player, you know what I'm saying? But the real one stuck around.
Yeah. How did you like adjust to that like mentally? Like did you ever go through like a stage in your life where, like you were depressed?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I was depressed for a long time. I was an alcoholic. Like, I was in bad shape, especially when I was in my car accident. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was in a wheelchair for 2.5 years. So, like, they were saying I'll never walk, never play basketball. Like, you know what I'm saying? So those things put me in great depression. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? But I had to get out of that, you know what I'm saying, because of my children.
Yeah, yeah. No, that's dope that you kind of like use your children as like motivation to
Yeah.
like get out of that. That's dope for sure. Because some people crash out.
Yeah, for sure. I
And
mean,
they
there's a
stay-
lot of
yeah.
Lenny Cooke stories.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? I'm just blessed with being able to share mine and get through the next generation.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. And so, like, what are your thoughts on like today's like physicality in the league?
Oh, the game, as far as the game, it's soft. You know what I'm saying? The game is soft. It's so commercial. Like, it's corny. Like, it's corny. Because you can't play basketball for real. Like, back in the day, you physical. You know what I mean?
Was
You
LeBron flopping against you in ABCD camp?
I ain't gonna say he was
'Cause he was-
flopping back
he
then.
flopped
I ain't
down.
gonna say he was flopping back then, but like he was stronger than a lot of people that he was playing against. So he ain't have to really do the flopping. He was just running people over and shit. You know what I'm saying? So it was different. It was different.
So, like, what do you think about LeBron for a second? Like, what do you think? Is there anything that you think separated y'all two at that time?
He had the right people. You know what I'm saying? He had the right people behind him. He knew what he wanted. He knew this is what he wanted to do for the rest of his life, and he dedicated himself to it. You know what I mean? He ain't take no days off. It was school, basketball, and that was it. You know what I'm saying? And with me, it was basketball clubs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it was two different situations, man. And he took the right route.
Right. What about like game wise, like skill wise, physically wise? Like, what separated y'all?
I don't believe it was no separation.
Wow.
Like I said, it was just like I was more hungry. Like I was more of a dog than him. That was about it.
So basically, like, I'm sitting next to
What could have been LeBron before LeBron.
Wow, that's crazy. So like, you really could like
I was all right.
that's crazy. Like, do your kids like believe it though? Like when because that's different. Because
My twins go crazy about it. But
really.
my oldest, he know. He was there for the whole journey, you know what I'm saying? My daughter, she plays now. So it's like, yeah, they took heed to it.
That's dope. So, I always ask people, I always ask people when I do an interview with them, like, your top 10 all time. What's your top 10 all time?
Any order or just
in order?
in order? Me, Bron, Kobe, Mike, Shaq. 6. Let me see where I would go after that. Magic.
Dang.
Bird. That's 8.
Okay.
I gotta put Melo in there.
Oh, wow. Is that a friend pick, or is that how you believe that?
He's one of the best scorers that ever played the game.
Okay.
And I might have to go with, let me see, for 10, I'll throw, that's hard. I'll put Tim Duncan in there.
That's a good pick because he slept on. Tim Duncan don't get the appreciation that he deserves. So you busting all of them because you put them over all of them. So you busting Tim Duncan,
I'm
Michael
busting
Jordan.
all they ass.
And Michael Jordan too.
Him.
Oh my gosh. I hope he sees this.
Me too. Nah, he had his chance. We played. I was at his camp.
Oh, for real?
So, yeah.
Y'all played each other?
Yeah.
Who won?
Mike.
How old was he at that time?
I was in high school, so shit.
Oh, so he was
still-
younger,
yeah.
for sure. Wow. And, okay, so how old, was he still in the league?
No.
So he was out of the
Out of
league.
the league,
And he
yeah.
beat the number one guy.
I mean,
at
that
time.
was Mike.
It was,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying?
But
He
that,
just
that
didn't
was,
miss, though, either, though. He didn't miss for a long
okay.
time, either, so.
So what was your relationship like with, did you have a relationship with Kobe at all?
I mean, we spoke. I had more of a relationship with his dad.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because before I was taken in by the family in Jersey, like, his dad wanted me to come stay with him. You know what I'm saying? So we had more of a relationship. But nah, Kobe, we spoke a lot. You know what I mean? He gave me great advice. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Well, let's play a little game.
Oh, here we go.
Let's play a little game for a second. So I'm gonna give you some players,
All right.
and you're gonna tell me like who would win that matchup.
Who will win the matchup? All right.
Okay. Magic versus Larry.
Magic.
Okay. Russ. I'm gonna go all over all over.
Do your thing.
Russ versus D Rose.
D Rose.
Why is that?
He's better.
Why? How?
Before the injury. You got to say that now.
And see,
Before
now
the
I'm-
injury.
And how is that? Though?
He's
How?
just more aggressive. I love. Don't get me wrong. I love Russ, but nah, I'm taking Derrick Rose.
I'm
No
gonna
question.
keep picking players until you pick Russ. That's
No.
what's gonna happen.
No brainer. Before the knee injury, yeah.
Okay, D Wade versus Harden.
I'm taking Harden.
Why is that? Wait, whoa, hold on. You're taking Harden over D Wade?
Yeah, for sure.
How?
1-on-1? Yes. You didn't say in the finals. Or,
Okay, no, yeah, 1-on-1.
1-on-1.
Okay, so, but there's not gonna be no refs because he flopped. So ain't gonna be
No
no refs.
refs?
There's no refs. It's street ball, 1-on-1.
All right, so I might take D.
There we
I
go.
might
'Cause
take that. Yeah.
Them refs be saving Harden.
Yeah,
And
I might take that. Since there's no refs and stuff, we can start over now. There's no refs. You just call your own fouls.
Yeah, no refs. This is like some 1-on-1, like
All right,
real. Like
cool.
this ain't 2024 referee. Yeah, no. Okay, so yeah. So what was the first one I said? Oh yeah, D Rose versus Russ.
I'm still taking D Rose.
Oh.
I'm definitely
Okay.
taking that.
Okay, D Wade versus Harden.
I'm gonna take D Wade.
And why is that? Dog.
He way more of a killer, like in the streets,
Facts.
like
Facts. Okay, Kobe versus MJ.
Kobe.
And why? That's interesting.
Yeah,
Why
I'm
is
taking
that?
Kobe. 1-on-1, yeah, I'm taking Kobe.
Why is that?
Mike don't want no parts of Kobe out there by himself.
Why is that?
He can't defend defend Kobe.
I can respect that. I can respect that. Okay. Now, do you believe like the Wilt Chamberlain like story, like the 100
the
points?
100 points, I ain't never seen it.
So you don't believe it? Because I've talked. I've interviewed Rick Barry,
Yeah, but I never
And-
seen no footage either. Like,
and
I
they
never
were like,
seen
it
that.
happened.
Yeah,
And so it's like I believe them because it's like whatever, but it's just like that happened. That's really crazy. So like,
I mean, like Wani had 100,
Mm-hmm.
right? You know what I'm saying? The kid in Texas had 101. I had 99. We seen it.
Right.
Like, I didn't see his 100.
Yeah. So
I heard about it a lot.
Right. So LeBron versus Lenny Cooke.
Lenny Cooke.
And do you believe
One-on-one, no refs, no. Yeah, I bust his ass back then. For sure.
What's the score?
It's gonna be close. What we going to?
21.
21-20.
Okay. That's not really busting his,
But my shit gonna look better.
Okay. Okay. Okay, cool. Well, this is just really funny. So, how do you feel about as far as like the state league goes, like championship wise? Like, do you feel like fans put too much like stock into like championships now to where they start to like discredit players?
I mean, I believe that the players did that first, like rebuilding all of these big teams, the big threes and all of that, like trying to buy a championship team. Like, you know what I'm saying? They started that. They messed that up.
So when do you think that started, though? Because, like, do you feel like Boston started it, or do you feel like Miami
I mean,
started
it's been big threes for a long time, but it's just got, like, noticeable, like, lately. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
the Boston era, the Miami era, like, you know what I'm saying? But it was big threes before that. You had Tony Parker, all of, like, that. What is that? You know what I'm saying? So, I just believe, like, when LeBron went to Miami, they just tried to make it so much bigger than what it was.
So when you look at, like the Golden States, and you look at like the Heat, like do you think at least like the Heat, like when LeBron went there, that was more respectable because with Golden State, I guess Golden State it was already like solidified. They already had won a championship.
But you got to also think that you went to a team that just beat you.
You talking about KD?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That makes it even worse.
Yeah, what I'm saying is, do you think that it's more respectable for like when like LeBron went to Miami, and then even though it was D Wade and Chris Bosh,
yeah.
But do you feel like that was? Do you think that was cool? Because I know you said the
No, I don't think it was cool because I mean he did it because he knew he can go there and get a ring.
So
KD did the same thing. I know I can go get a ring.
So, So when it comes to Miami, do you respect any ring from LeBron? Cleveland one for sure.
Cleveland, yeah, for sure.
The Laker, what about the Laker ones in the bubble?
The bubble, I mean, I respect that.
Mm-hmm.
But that Miami, nah.
But I feel like here's my thing, because I'm a Heat fan.
Yeah, okay, that's why you acting the way you act. Okay, I get it.
So
I get it.
So it feels like we only have one real ring.
That's it.
Because my thing is, you feel me, is that when LeBron came to Miami, he said, not one, not two, not three, not four. And I already feel betrayed because we didn't get 5, 6, 7 rings. We got 2 rings that he dipped out on us.
Yeah.
Because, the whole situation, what happened, like the whole situation with Pat Riley.
Pat Riley, yeah.
And so that was like my whole thing is like, he kind of already had dipped. And so I try to hold on to those 3 rings that we got. Because, so it's not like, and then in the bubble, that hurt us.
Yeah.
That hurt me bad because my thing is like, I felt like we really had a real shot, but we got to the finals and everybody got hurt.
Yeah.
Jimmy Butler bust his ankle.
Mm-hmm.
Bam Adebayo was coming off an injury. All we had was Tyler Hero.
Yeah.
And really, that was healthy. And then Goran Dragic, who was literally our leading scorer for the most series in the playoffs, he got injured.
He got hurt.
And he was on one good leg. And so it's just like the way the Lakers won that chip, that pissed me off. Like, I was like, oh, my gosh. And then, like, you had LeBron, oh, yeah, talking stuff. I'm like, you didn't do anything. You literally played an injured Heat team. But how did you feel about did you feel like the bubble was like over it? Because everybody had like their own like.
I just wanted to watch basketball.
Yeah,
you
it
know
was
what I'm
good
saying?
basketball.
Like, yeah, it was good, but I just like at that time, like you just wanted to watch basketball. We didn't care where, who, like, you know what I'm saying? We just wanted basketball. Long as you didn't take basketball away from us during that time, we was good.
So if you could put yourself, like, obviously not now because you're older, but like prime Lenny Cooke on any team, who would like what team? And it could be any era from now until today. I mean, not now. From the past until today. Like, where would you like place yourself?
Like right now, I would choose right now to play at the Garden.
New York.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean that's respectable because it's not they haven't won anything yet.
Yeah,
They're still searching.
But I would make a difference on that team back then with the guys that they have. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Those guys play their role and they play it well. You know what I mean? They're not looking for a superstar.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They're not trying. They just playing basketball and they winning.
Yeah. So, how do you feel about Jalen Brunson? Because he's like the new.
I love Brunson.
He's
I
a
love
dog.
Brunson.
He's a dog. I respect
Brunson.
dogs.
He definitely deserves his bag.
Yeah, he. I ain't gonna say all that.
He definitely deserves his bag. Now they robbed. They should have gave Tatum that MVP though.
Oh no.
Of the not of the finals. Of the Eastern Conference.
Oh.
For sure.
Here's my thing with Tatum and the Celtics. This is not biased.
Oh man, here we go. This Miami stuff.
This is not biased, because I'm a Heat fan, and so, but it's not biased. Here's my thing with the Celtics. I don't respect what they did.
As far as what?
The Celtics, like, you know how you were saying about like everybody joining forces and stuff.
Yeah.
This is what the Celtics basically did was they literally like took different pieces, like, okay, like Miami beat us last year.
Yeah.
And mind you, it would have been a sweep or a legitimate sweep, but we got out of control and we let them almost come back and win the series.
Yeah.
But that didn't happen. They still lost. So that who cares? They lost. So, but if you look at Eric Spoelstra and you look at like what he is to Miami and the coach that he became, and your guy almost got on fire.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
So I'm happy that he didn't, but I just feel like I feel like people don't give coaches the opportunity to actually grow because like he's literally like one of those ones now.
Yeah,
but
he's
he
definitely
needed
a great
time.
coach.
Yeah. Anyways, but my thing is like he maximized the players that he had, and he's had more success, equal success now than Boston has with much less talent, much smaller names than Boston has. But my issue comes with Boston is, Miami beat you last year. And instead of Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, who's really been inconsistent for the most of their career in the playoffs, instead of just like bossing up, getting better like a Kobe would have done or like an MJ would have done, I feel like they just went and they didn't really get better. They just put a whole bunch of pieces together. Like you went and got
but
things.
they didn't do that.
Yeah, they
the
did.
organization did that. But also, look, for example, they didn't. Nobody said, "Yo, I'm leaving to go to another team." Players came to them.
Okay, so when it comes to Miami, back to when LeBron was there, had LeBron already been in Miami, and let's say players just would have came in. But if he was still recruiting players like, hey, come get me, like come save me.
That would have been fun.
Okay.
That would have been
so
fine.
Your issue is that he just kept going from team to team.
Yeah, to find a ring.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? In different places.
Yeah.
They stayed. They just the organization just ended up getting the pieces they needed, which was a Porzingis and what's my little guard name?
Drew Holiday. Yeah.
Played a big factor. You know what I mean? And what's the light skinned kid, the other one?
Tatum?
Nah.
Oh, Derek White? Oh, he's a dog. He's a dog. Now
he leave it out there all possessions.
He does. I'll give him that. And I'm not a hater, but I guess like my next question is when it comes to the Lakers, how do you feel like they can get over the hump? Because it's like, LeBron signed a 2-year contract. And it looks like after those 2 years, and my guess he's gonna retire.
He's not going nowhere. They're gonna go get Bryce.
Bro, come on, he needs to sit down.
He's not going nowhere.
You think so?
He's not going nowhere until Bryce gets in the league.
And how much more time does Bryce?
2 years.
Oh, 2 years. So he's gonna. All right now, LeBron, child. Come on.
2 years.
So do you feel like it's like what's keeping him going? Like
take care of his body.
It's crazy.
Take care of his body. He spent $1 million a year on his body.
It's legit crazy.
So,
And like people say that he uses steroids. But from you can kind of like shut that down because it's like you saw him from the very beginning.
Yes, and his body structure was damn near the same.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He just take care of his body, man. He do everything right.
Yeah.
Clearly.
So Sebastian Telfair was at the ABCD camp, and he was speaking like I saw an interview, and he was like speaking like very highly of you and how you was just like busting everybody. Like, did y'all have like a relationship?
No, that's
at
my
all?
little bro. You know what I mean? That's my bro. He from Brooklyn. That's my little bro. You know what I mean? Bash, he went through a little stage. You know what I'm saying? He just bounced back from. He doing great things now, sharing his story. You know what I mean? They doing great things out there in Coney Island.
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope. So I guess like out of that whole bunch of players, because you were in like that golden era of like basketball in a way. Because I feel like there was different eras, but there's different golden eras in each era. And so like who like gave you like the most problems out of that era? Was it LeBron or was it like somebody else?
Nah. Carmelo Anthony and Amari Stoudemire.
So those
were the two like that I once like I knew I had to get up and get right for. You know what I'm saying? Like, and Melo, he just grew. Like his game just matured each year. You know what I'm saying? And Amari was just a grown ass man in high school. Like he was different. You know what I'm saying? So those guys, those are the two guys that I enjoyed competing against because I know they was going to bring the best out of me. You know what I'm saying? And I also just enjoyed playing against guys those guys is future Hall of Famers. You know what I'm saying?
Do you feel like Carmelo like specifically gets like the credit he deserves?
He don't.
Yeah.
He don't. You know what I'm saying? And there's no way that he shouldn't still be on a roster somewhere right now. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
But he definitely don't get the credit he deserves. But he's definitely going to be a Hall of Famer.
Why do you think that is though? Like why? Because I've seen him, and
I mean it goes back to him just voicing his opinion. Like he never holds his tongue. You know what I'm saying? No matter what organization he was at, he never did nobody wrong. He just let them know how he felt. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people can't take that.
So like, do you think it's like the Celtics era now? Or do you think like LeBron still has time to get like a couple more rings before he retires?
I believe they get the right pieces, they'll be fine. You know what I'm saying? I mean, don't get me wrong, Boston definitely going back from out of the East. They gotta deal with the Knicks. They gotta deal with Miami. You know what I'm saying? But right now, Boston is the team to be in the East.
My problem is Pat Riley. The thing is like, yeah, I understand, like, it works. Like, Miami, the system works, and the players work. But it's like, we still haven't got over that hump.
Yeah.
And it's like, Jimmy Butler.
He can't do it by himself.
Exactly.
You got to get somebody to, you know what I mean? They got to get somebody.
Yeah.
Just like I feel like the Knicks. Like, you went and got Mikal Bridges, but I think Embiid would have been a better fit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's interesting. Before we go, what are your thoughts? Because you're going to go to the Big Three in a second. Like, what are your thoughts on, like, what Ice Cube is doing, like, the Big Three? And, he's a pioneer.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, I love what he's doing, man. When this league first started, I reached out to Ice Cube to play in the Big Three. You know what I'm saying? I never got the call back or whatever, but I just think it's great what he's doing for the culture, man, giving these guys that no longer in the league opportunities to continue to play. And, I mean, I think it's going to be bigger than what it is. I think they're going to have the Big Three females. You know what I'm saying? I think it's just going to continue to get bigger.
I met you at the Big Three last year. So what was your experience like at the Big Three last year when you went?
I just enjoy the game, man. I love the game of basketball. You know what I'm saying? Anywhere there's basketball, you'll catch me. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I just love to study the game. I love watching these guys that I watched growing up that's still playing. You know what I mean? Like, so this is just a dope experience.
Okay, cool. Well, lastly, I know, Cubes, he's been trying to get Carmelo on the Big Three.
Okay, well, we're a package deal.
Yeah. If you can make that happen,
I
think we can be on to something. I would let him know that. I'm going to let him know that for sure. Okay, cool. Well, I appreciate you for coming on. It was really, really nice meeting you.
Thanks for having me.